Innovative China. I'm your hostess, Songjing Li. This is He Wei, president of He Eye Care System, and also a CPPCC member. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. You said that private hospitals should not only be a complementary part to the medical care system. You said that they can also be a major part. But could you share your experience in gaining popularity, recognition, and also trust from the public? I mean, for private companies.
Very good questions. Now China have more than 4,000 private hospitals. I mean, the middle size above. They are not only the complementary part and are playing a more important role for the public services for medicine. In long year before, our government had a rule saying we should differentiate the private hospital into two parts. One is profitable, the other is non-profitable. By this way, the non-profitable organization now have contributed a lot. Though they are sharing the same patients, play the same social service function, they are charity featured, they register in the NGO organizations. In the meantime, there are some profitable private hospitals. They registered as a company. They pay tax. They own the money and they take them away in their pocket. Meantime, the private non-profitable organization or hospital, they pay the money for land, for building, for machine, for salary of their staff, and pay the tax, the rates when they borrow money from bank.
The rates.
But they are serving exactly the same patients as a public hospital serving. Their feature is non-profitable like public hospital. But the government support to the public hospital and to the private non-profitable organization or hospital are totally different, because they pay their land, they pay their building, pay their salaries. But on the other hand, though they are treating same patient and their features the same, but treatment is totally different. First, we have a barrier for let them in. For example, to prove a private hospital in in administration, really they set a bar very high, not let you easy to get in. Second is you have to pay tax. And third, they're not equal while apply for fund, for continuing medical educations, for the chance for being well. There are a lot of, for example, the retired doctors, nurses working in private sections, they cannot be treated like the people working in public hospital. But those kind of unbalance really make the private capital coming to this services area very difficult. So I suggested that maybe government need to treat those sections equally when treating to the private non-profitable hospital and the public hospital equally, because they are treating same patients. Their features are non-profitable together. And in the meantime, for the private profitable organization, make them the company, give them tax, let them go free. They can set a high price with a high quality of services, high technology. Let them go. Government mission is keeping the basic needs from majority of the population. No matter public paid built hospital or private, if their mission is the same for the patients, especially for the poor in the underserved area, why are you concerned about private or non-private or public? Once their mission, their value is for non-profitable and serving the patients, you need to treat them equally.
You have said a lot about how private hospitals survive, among all these difficulties.
Yeah.
But you didn't tell us how private hospitals could gain recognition and trust from the people.
I think it's a fact for many of the private hospitals invested by commercial people. They want the money. They do the medical services for return. For making money, they do a lot of things wrongly. That's true. But in every developed country, while social and economy develop, something happens, even in Japan, even in Europe, in America. We should think about this happens during a social development. You don't think because there's this thing wrong, so private will out. You should, if you recognize medical services is one kind of, we call third industry, recognizes its services, you will think about the computation. You cannot, using one public hospital to control everything. Think about hotel, restaurant. 20 years before, when guests want to have a dinner or want to stay in a hotel, they must ask, is this hotel or restaurant is a government owned? Because if it's a private, they go away. But now, I want to tell you, now, if you say it's a government-owned hotel or restaurant, people will go away. Because there is a time you need to change your mindset. Hospital is the same. Look at the hospital outside of China. Private social services. Private usually supply the best qualified.
In the US and in the UK.
Not only US and the UK. Look at Japan. Look at other Asian countries. The same happens. We cannot, in Chinese they call yin ye fei shi. You cannot do like that. You should introduce computation to have 2 or 3 sectors. They compete. Because this computation will bring higher quality, lower price, and higher technology. The final purpose is beneficial to the patients.
Where do your patients come from?
Majority of them are coming from countryside.
Why do they choose your company?
They trust us. They are not listening advertisement. We do very little bit advertisement we don't need. Patients' mouths, they will tell their neighbors where to go.
You mean the mouth-for-mouth communication?
Yeah. I always say patients like your mother, they know everything about you. And I believe even your government-owned hospital, if you do not keeping the value for the patients, you bankrupt someday. You ask me, you say, hospital and the restaurant is different. I think one thing is same. It's because of value. How you can really want to do. If you really want for the people, you grow. If you're not for the people, you're down. It's true for everything, no matter restaurant, hotel, hospital.
How could you gain talents for your hospitals?
I hire them and train them. I think training is very important. Training is not only for technology, for hands-on skill transfer. And training is changing the value, especially when you have a young guy coming out. You train them the right way, telling them medical services is for the people, for the life, not for the money. And I have a postdoc student. I have a medical student. They graduate from our university, from my postgraduate program. They remain, and they got a balanced training, one for the life, for the value training, one for the techniques. I think both are very important. In fact, during the past 17 years, I only do two things. One thing is we build up a model.
Build up a model?
A model, yeah.
What's the model?
For resolving the patient's difficulties to see the doctor or pay the bill. In a country like China, with 80% of the people living in countryside having very low income, we should have one pattern, one model to do the big value of the patients. That's giving very low cost. And because you do too many patients, your skill is very high, very skillful. So the quality is very good. Meantime, when you do large volume, you're easy to get a balance because the single unit cost is very low. So this makes it sustainable. And you must think about not only in her eye care system, if government want to copy this model to other provinces, even in West region, in China, it should be duplicatable.
Duplicatable.
Yeah. And it must be sustainable and duplicatable. This is the model. I say large volume, high quality, low cost, sustainable, and duplicatable. This is a model I keeping 17 years and build up.
That's really innovative.
Yeah. And another thing is our pattern. I build up a chain. We call value chain in ophthalmology. We build up a medical school. We build up institute. We train the people. And we research to get a pattern, and we transfer them to the industry. We are building our manufacturer to make the payable drugs.
Payable drugs?
Payable medical products. My dream...
You mean affordable drugs?
Affordable.
Affordable drugs.
Affordable drugs. I mean, even for the poor, they can still use them. They got the same medical services no matter they are rich or poor. I think that's very important.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.